Welcome into the REKAP Rush Hour for Tuesday. It's October 28th. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. Aroldis Chapman, you got to hear this. For me to lead this sportscast with Aroldis Chapman, it's got to be good stuff, and it is. Aroldis Chapman was on a podcast recently called Swing Completo, and he had his translator with him. And he was on the podcast and was asked, would you ever play for the New York Yankees again? He said, quote, I would retire on the spot. If I were told that I was being traded to New York, I'd pack my things up and go home. I'll retire right on the spot if that happens. I'm not crazy. Never again. He played for the Yanks from 2016 to 2022 with a small stop with the Chicago Cubs in the middle there in 2016. How about that? He'd retire. That's how much he disliked it. And he said, I had no problem with the managers, my teammates, people up above them. ESPN released their NFL power rankings today. Here's where they have the Bears slotted. They were 14 a week ago. I asked my partner, Ryan McGuffey, where do you think they have them? He said, 16 feels good. That's exactly right. Ryan, very good. You probably read the article. 16, and here's what ESPN writes. The Bears are a competent, well-coached football team under Ben Johnson. Results aren't always there as red zone efficiency and penalties continue to be a problem. But Chicago put together a 4-game win streak, and it has buy-in that feels different than other seasons. Johnson has preached accountability, which he has demonstrated in his honest reflection on decisions and calls that didn't work. That's a breath of fresh air as the culture shifts inside Hallis Hall. Novel concept, accountability. Wow, great to see. It's finally landed in Lake Forest, Illinois. Our Studio 41 football recap live tonight, 8 o'clock. Tommy Waddle, Alex Brown, and I will break down what the film showed from the Bears' loss to the Ravens, get the guys' thoughts on Caleb Williams. Plus, we will look ahead to the Bears' trip to Cincinnati this weekend to take on the Bengals. The Bears, a 2.5-point favorite. Dodgers are the first MLB team ever to generate north of $1 billion in gross revenue in a year, joining the Cowboys, Real Madrid, and FC Barcelona as the only franchises to ever hit the billion-dollar mark. Here's today's Anken Law question of the day. 3126 million for the best personal injury attorney in Illinois. The award-winning Howard Anken, AnkenLaw.com. NFL trade deadline a week from today, next Tuesday. If you ran the Bears, would you give up draft capital? And how high would that capital be that you'd be willing to give up to acquire a player? And if you say yes, what position should that player play? Best response, a gift card to Lou Malnati's, LouMalnati's.com for a location near you. Try their Buffalo Chicken Pizza. It's back on the menu. 4 seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Stat of the day. This is literally mind-blowing. Shohei Ohtani in Game 3, 12 total bases, on base 9 times, 4 extra base hits, 4 intentional walks, and since intentional walks became official in 1955, no other MLB player has put up those numbers over a span of 2 games, let alone 1 regular season or post. And Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco, now week to week with an MCL sprain. He was hurt in the Chiefs win over the Commanders last night. And here's a bonus stat of the day for you. Here you go. Over his last 10 World Series games, future Hall of Famer Freddie Freeman has hit 7 home runs and driven in 17. The only other player in MLB history to reach those marks over a span of 10 games in the World Series, the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. That's the list. Have a great rest of your day. Join us tonight. Bring your questions. Waddle, Brown, and I all over the Bears, Ravens, Bears, Bengals. Have a good night. Take that.